Իդեալ համակարգը բացում է եվրոպական որակի եւ նրբագեղության դռները ձեր առաջ։ Հնարավորություն ընձեռելով ձեռք բերել եվրոպական արտադրողների լավագույն նմուշների նշված տեսականին մինչեւ 75% բացառիկ զեղչով։
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the ceremony marking the presentation of the gift of Armenia to the Council of Europe. Mesdames et messieurs, bienvenue à la cérémonie de remise du don de l'Arménie au Conseil de l'Europe. Ladies and gentlemen, His Excellency Mr. Ararat Mirzoyan, Minister for Foreign Affairs of Armenia. Mesdames et messieurs, Son Excellence Monsieur Ararat Mirzoyan, Ministre des Affaires étrangères de l'Arménie.
Mr. Secretary General, Madam President of the Parliamentary Assembly, Madam Secretary General of the Assembly, distinguished members of the Parliamentary Assembly, Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen. It is a great honor to celebrate today in Strasbourg the 25th anniversary of Armenia's accession to the Council of Europe. Over the past 25 years, Armenia's membership has been defined by a transformative journey of political, social, and legal reforms. Our experience with the Council of Europe reflects our unwavering commitment to implementing reforms that harmonize with European standards while strengthening the pillars of our democracy, the rule of law, and human rights. These reforms have played a vital role in Armenia's democratic transformation, enhancing our resilience in the face of regional challenges and contributing to a vision of a peaceful and prosperous future for our country and the wider region. To mark this historic anniversary, I have the privilege today of presenting to Secretary General Berse a manuscript reproduction of an extract from Datastanagirk, the Book of Judgment, the first Armenian judicial code. Written in the 12th century by the visionary philosopher and legislator Mkhitar Ghosh, this seminal work represents a cornerstone of Armenian legal thought. Centuries ago, it laid the foundation for our understanding of the rule of law, the very principle that serves as a lifeblood of the Council of Europe and the European Convention on Human Rights. In April 2025, Datastanagirk was unanimously inscribed in the UNESCO Memory of the World Register, a testament to its enduring cultural and civilizational significance. We are confident that this gift, reflecting the core values shared by Armenia and the Council of Europe, will hold a meaningful place within this institution, standing as a symbol of our deep respect for and enduring attachment to its principles. It also reflects our appreciation for the Council of Europe's substantial contribution to safeguarding the rights and freedoms of Armenian citizens. To further celebrate this milestone, following the presentation of the gift, together with the Secretary General and the President of the Parliamentary Assembly, we will inaugurate a special postage stamp issued by Armenian Post to mark the 25th anniversary of Armenia's accession and proceed with a stamp cancellation ceremony commemorating our shared history and common values. Ladies and gentlemen, as we celebrate 25 years of partnership, let us look ahead with renewed resolve to strengthen our commitments and shape a brighter and more just future for generations to come. Thank you very much.
Ladies and gentlemen, His Excellency Mr. Ararat Mirzoyan, Minister for Foreign Affairs of Armenia, and Mr. Alain Berset, Secretary General of the Council of Europe, will now unveil the gift. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Alain Berset, Secretary General of the Council of Europe. Mesdames et messieurs, la parole est à Monsieur Alain Berset, secrétaire général du Conseil de l'Europe.
Monsieur le ministre des Affaires étrangères, cher Ararat, monsieur l'ambassadeur, madame la présidente de l'Assemblée parlementaire du Conseil de l'Europe, madame la secrétaire générale de l'Assemblée parlementaire du Conseil de l'Europe, monsieur le secrétaire général du Congrès, mesdames les ambassadrices, messieurs les ambassadeurs, chers membres de la délégation arménienne, dear colleagues. Some gifts are presented, others are entrusted. And they are a reminder of what endures when all else feels like uncertain. And at a time when the global order is shifting before our eyes. Armenia is marking this year 25 years in the Council of Europe. The exact date was 3 days ago. And it brings a text written 8.5 centuries ago. The Book of Judgment of Mityar Ghosh. The first words are disarming. And I quote, "It is natural to begin with justice." End of quote. Eight centuries on, and that still feels quite radical. Because justice is where our peace project began, and it is where Europe must start anew, not by setting law aside, but by putting justice first. Across Europe, the same conviction has returned across centuries. The Magna Carta, la Déclaration des droits de l'homme et du citoyen, and after the war, after the Second World War, the European Convention on Human Rights. Each, in its own time, has put justice into words. And Armenia adds its voice to Europe's long legal conversation. Just a few months ago, Prime Minister Pashinyan said right here, "The Council of Europe is Armenia's home, where it finds its address as a democratic state, a home where the human being is the end, never the means." And those words are matched by action, by pursuing reform and aligning its laws with shared European standards, from fighting corruption to combating domestic violence. 25 years on, in a shifting world, this is where we hold. For Armenia, for the South Caucasus, and for all of Europe. Mr. Minister Dirarat, thank you very much for this gift. It has found its place here at the Council of Europe, Armenia's home, with its first words intact and with their meaning unchanged. It is natural to begin with justice. Thank you, Armenia. Shnora Kalutsiune Ahiatsane.
Ladies and gentlemen, the European anthem. Mesdames et messieurs, l'hymne européen.